You don't get to escape that easily. Thank you very much, Libby. As your English teacher, I'm really glad you've learned about ethics. That's going to probably save my life. Right, our next speaker is Ananya. I do fear this one's going to involve messy plays, so everybody prepare.
Hi, so I just had a realization that I have problems in life, which is something that I'm pretty sure you do too. And I'm sure that everybody in this room has had some certain issues or some problems in life. As an art student, I have looked into how art can help, how art therapy can help contribute to the rehabilitation of people with social disorders or criminal backgrounds. To get a deeper insight, I have had a discussion with 3 domain experts, and I've conducted 3 in-depth interviews. The first domain expert is Ms. Vanashi Ghate. She's the founder at HEAL NGO, and she trains teachers to work with kids who have these traumas or issues and uses the method of mindfulness to help solve them. Secondly, we have Ms. Megha Suhas, who's sitting in the audience with us. And she's a founder at Prapti Foundation. She's a child psychologist and uses methods such as art, music, and dance to treat children with these social disorders. Last but not least, we have Ms. Aarti Putt. She's the director at Creative Expressions Academy and uses methods such as speech and drama to address socially challenged individuals. I had multiple conversations with these people, and I spent multiple hours talking to them. Here were some of the key questions I used for my research. And what I gained out of them is a deeper understanding. I gained the techniques that were used to help these people, the influence of art and the variety of techniques, as well as the role that culture plays and the impact of technology in now modern times. Since people with social disorders are stigmatized, I had a range of questions. I asked a standard audience as well. And by this, I understood that they had an awareness, a general awareness of what art therapy is, and they seek and want to engage more and learn more from these questions. And I hope that y'all can also have a bit of a think using these questions. Next, I also gathered the 5 key takeouts, and let me take you through them. The first one is that art therapy is best suited for these individuals with social disorders and criminal backgrounds. Let me explain why. Firstly, this is because they often don't want to talk about their problems or their past, or they just are unable to. And by that, art permeates the deepest part of us where words do not exist. Secondly, art requires no prior knowledge. By this, I mean that to participate in art therapy, you have no need for formal training in art. Anybody in the audience could be a potential artist. And lastly, the process is more critical than the end product. This brings me to my next key takeout, which is that art helps in the process of healing. It makes you pause in your life. It makes you take a break, makes you think. It channels all the negative energy that you have inside, and it turns it into something more positive. It helps get out all the pent-up emotions, the stress, the anger, and makes you feel more safe, secure, empowered, and there is some sort of a hope for the future. Next is that there is no one size which fits all. That means that if I have a problem and you might be having a problem too, there's no one solution for both those problems. So the problems and the solutions both differ, and that brings awareness to customized solutions. That means that a lot of therapists usually alter their goals and techniques to make the clients a better person. You can't use the same technique for someone and use the same technique for someone else going through a different problem. And this helps the patients become a better version of themselves. Next is about technology and how the changing digital world can also have a major impact. An example of this is social media. Platforms such as Instagram, WhatsApp, Snapchat, Facebook can all help in creating more awareness for art therapy. This raises my last point, my last key takeout, which is how my understanding, my information that I've gained from conducting such interviews with a broader audience has made me more positively reassured about the general awareness that people have and that people do want to learn more from it. I would just like to conclude by saying that there is a positive impact on these individuals. There's an inclusive form of therapy. There's a variety of techniques, a role that culture plays, and a potential impact of technology. Lastly, it expresses the importance of art therapy as a very powerful tool that people can use. Yeah. So this topic has gotten me really invested, and by this, it's given me a next phase to my research. And here are some of the questions, my further questions that I wanted to ask another audience. And this is based on, first of all, more case studies, how that can impact my research. The key challenges that both the therapists face, the clients face, and the suggestions for governments and stakeholders and how that can also impact my research. And before I close, I really do want to share a glimpse of what art therapy feels like. So the thing is, obviously it's just one brush stroke, but it does have a more calming feeling, at least to me. And maybe it has a different impact on each and every other person. But I would really like it if by the end of today, this board is filled with colors and done by different people and you can express yourself. So please enjoy.
That's amazing. Thank you so much. And please, yes, before we leave, let's all add to this. I thought Mr. Paul was going straight over to add to it then. Please, let's all add to this. I think that'll be a wonderful way to close out the ceremony. Thank you for that gift. That's amazing.